Imagine for a second that everything around you, your desk, your dog, even the air between your fingers, is built from tiny, invisible building blocks. These are atoms, and they are the magic ingredients of our universe. Now let's shrink down, way down, to the world where atoms rule the stage. Long ago, people thought atoms were just tiny, solid balls, sort of like mini marbles. Nothing fancy, just super small. But then, a curious scientist named J.J. Thomson came along. J.J. didn't see atoms as simply marbles. Nope, he pictured them like a plum pudding, or maybe your favorite muffin. The pudding part was positively charged, and the little plums were actually electrons, tiny, negatively charged particles mixed inside. Suddenly, atoms were way more interesting than we ever imagined. But wait, there's more. Along comes Ernest Rutherford, ready to shake things up. He performed a now famous experiment where he shot tiny particles at a super thin piece of gold foil. Most went straight through, but a few bounced back like basketballs off a wall. What did that mean? Rutherford realized that atoms must be mostly empty space, with a super tiny, super dense center he called the nucleus. The electrons? They weren't stuck in pudding. They were actually orbiting this nucleus, kind of like planets spinning around the sun. Enter Niels Bohr, the next hero of our atomic adventure. Bohr thought electrons didn't just zoom around randomly. Instead, he pictured them moving in special paths or orbits, like tracks on a race course. Each electron zipped along at its own energy level, and sometimes they'd jump from one orbit to another, shooting out a flash of colorful light. Pretty cool, right? But the story of the atom didn't stop there. Scientists kept exploring and found out that the nucleus itself is made of even smaller building blocks, protons and neutrons. And those electrons? They don't always follow neat paths. Instead, they buzz around in cloudy swarms, zooming every which way like busy bees at a summer picnic. So, from simple marbles to magical clouds, the atom turned out to be a world full of mystery and excitement. Every single thing you see or touch or even breathe is built from these amazing tiny heroes. And who knows? Maybe someday you'll discover something new about atoms and become part of this never-ending adventure. So stay curious, keep exploring, and remember, the story of the atom is just getting started.